Have you caught yourself telling yourself that when I buy my own camera, I will start shooting back to back? Just like I did when I started off. Yes, I didn't have a camera at first, but I got my camera later on. And I told myself when I get my camera, I'll be shooting back to back. I'll be shooting everything. But newsflash, I got camera and almost every day of the week, every day of the month, I and my camera were just roommates. We get to talk when I have a gig. But it is not that good because I experienced it not once, not twice, not 3 times, that when I now get a paid job, I get stuck because I don't know what to do. Yes, I go through people's Instagram pages, photographers' pages, cinematographers' pages, and in my head, I thought I figured out how they got this image. In my head, I thought I figured out how they made this video, and when I get there, I'm going to ace it. Newsflash, I was stuck. Stuck not because I didn't see what they did, but stuck because I didn't know how they did it. See, there's 2 different things. I can see what they did, yes, but I did not know how they got the image. I did not know how they got the videos. I did not know how they set their light. I did not know what they put in place. This is me telling you, if you want to reach a place of mastery, you need to keep on creating. Keep on creating. That is where the place of personal jobs comes in. That is where the place of personal works comes in. Before that paid gig come, that you want to express how good you are, you want to express how arty you are, you will have gone through a phase of creating. You will have gone through a phase of practicing. Yes, they tell us, and it is what we have heard while growing up, that practice makes perfect. It is very true, because what you don't practice, what you don't dedicate time for, you can't just come out and just come and create. I was discussing with my mechanic some weeks back, and I and one of my brothers were there together, and he just did something, and I was like, oh, this thing has been disturbing me for the past how many weeks, and we were just discussing, like, what you don't know, you don't know. Yes, you may have trained your eyes to see magic from where people don't see magic. You have trained your eyes to see beauty where there is no beauty. But if you don't practice, if you don't shoot every day, even if you don't every day, but at least a substantial amount, it's just like taking in a hobby. You have to do it over and over again before that thing becomes an hobby for you. So you want to learn how to shoot with 1 light, you want to learn how to shoot with 2 lights, you want to learn how to shoot with 3, 4, 5 lights. You know, there is mastery to it. Because you shoot with 1 light does not mean when there is 4 lights you can ace it. I am telling you, it won't work. If you don't practice, if you don't read about it, if you don't do it yourself, a day will come you will just get stuck like I did while growing. What you need to do is, when you see something that makes you happy, when you see something that you want to create, practice it. Stop using paid gigs as rehearsals. Stop using paid gigs as a learning point. There is a place of you alone, you with your team, you with your just any random person. Use that person as practice materials. Use that person as moves, as whatever you want to do, and practice. Practice that camera setting, practice that lighting setup, practice that backdrop kind of setup. Because when a paid gig comes, there won't be room for you to start practicing on the spot. It won't work. Because at the long run, it's going to show desperation on you. At the long run, it's going to show nervousness on you. Nervousness not because you are overwhelmed, but nervousness because you don't know what you want to create. Because you thought by seeing them, by seeing the BTS, you know what to do. But if you don't practice it yourself, it won't work. This is me coming to tell you that you need to keep practicing. Once you see it, don't assume that you know it. Why? Because you don't know it. Imagine when you were in school, your lecturer just finished teaching you and you just assume known everything. And newsflash, you have to do a test and result came out, you failed. That's the same thing. Don't assume you know it. Yes, you are watching BTS of every of our top orgas at the top. Watching BTS alone does not count for it. Trust me. What counts is you going back to your drawing board and practicing it yourself. You need to practice it, go to your mood board, draw up something meaningful, practice with your team, look for somebody. That is where the place of personal projects comes in. It is your personal project that will make you do well enough that when paid gig comes, nervousness flies out of the window because yes, the master is here. But if you don't practice, when the paid gig comes, to your 10th Toyi Israel, because there's nothing you want to practice. Just like the good book said, the Bible says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workmanship that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Study. In our own face here, studying means practicing. Yes, there are books to read, there are classes to attend, there are questions to ask, but you will still need to study by practicing, by continual learning. It just won't happen. I hope with this few points of mine, I'll be able to convince you that you need to keep shooting so that you won't F up. See ya.